It makes how's life behind bars, not these bars, these bars. I'm here with Tom today.
Hi.
You can use the last hi because it is a lot better. Okay, so I'm here with Tom today, and what we've got for you today is the Scottoiler. So if you haven't heard of what a Scottoiler is, it basically periodically oils your chain on the go. But there's something special about this one. They've collaborated with ezCAN, where basically we can plug it into the ezCAN to program the dosing. But before we get onto it, because it sounds like a fantastic product, I'm personally struggling how the hell we actually fit it to my 1300GS, because I don't understand. Tom, can you help me with this? Like, where's it going to go on here?
Are you actually stupid?
What?
Are you stupid?
Hey, don't forget you pay your wages.
It doesn't go on that
Don't
bike.
call me stupid. No, what do you mean it doesn't go on this bike?
It won't work on that, will it?
Well, yeah, I'm a bit confused because it says chain, but it's not got no chain.
Exactly. That's why it's got to go on that bike there.
Well, oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So I've already prepped that bike by cleaning the chain, because Steve doesn't clean chains because he's got staff for that.
Yeah. No, apologies. Yeah, of course I know it doesn't go on this bike, but we needed to bring you that thumbnail just to get you clicking on there thinking, how the hell do you fit a Scottoiler to a shaft-driven bike? Of course I know it doesn't go on there. And
he's not really stupid.
Yeah, we've got this going on to the F900. Now, I was a little bit skeptical about this because if you follow the channel closely, you'll know that I've had an M1000R in the past, and they call it a maintenance-free chain. But apparently I've heard they've now changed that to, what do you call it, a longer life chain. A longer life chain. There's no such thing as a maintenance-free chain, but because I thought, well, I don't need to oil my chain. So I've been reassured that it's absolutely fine to fit this on my F900GS. My concern is, because I do try and ride this over the same kind of trails that I do with my Husqvarna 250. So I do throw this around. I haven't dropped it yet, but I'm under no illusion this bike's going to get dropped loads this year, and I want to make sure when this goes on, it's not going to get snapped off or broken off. No. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes, but it's going to be one less thing to think about that I haven't got to oil the chain all the time. That is going to be doing it for me. But I also don't want it clogging up and being a horrible oily mess. And I think that's where the Hex ezCAN is going to really help run this thing a lot better. Talk us through it, Tom.
Right. I don't know yet. So first of all, I've started by cleaning the chain on the bike, because I can't see the point in fitting a Scottoiler to a dirty chain. So I've cleaned that all up, just general orangey chain cleaner, bit of a brush, wipe off with a rag, get that done. I'm now going to fit the actual Scottoiler. I'm going to mount it to the charcoal canister on the side of the bike here. So it seems like a good position. It will hold it upright according to the instructions. I can then route the cabling down for the pipe with the oil on it, and it will just drip into there. It'll just drop onto the chain once every however many seconds I set it to via the ezCAN. Got a free circuit on the ezCAN here, all ready to go. Just got to plug my computer in, program it up. Shouldn't take long to fit, to be fair.
Sorry, so to answer my question then, so where does the actual device fit?
So you can fit it anywhere you like.
Where is it?
It's here. So that's the actual canister that holds the oil.
Yeah, okay.
And then obviously you've got your plug for your ezCAN.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat.
So that's going to go there. I'm then going to fit it behind here, because I think it'll be out of the way. Cable tight to that. You almost look like it's part of the bike.
Okay, so to answer my question then, when I drop the bike, because not if, it's when, that should be quite safe from not being smashed up.
Should be fine, you know.
Great, and then it's just a tube which goes down and drops onto the chain.
Drops onto the chain, just got to swing arm down and stick it.
Because I swear I've seen some before where they're literally hanging out from the side.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah. Okay, that's nice, that's neat.
It should be neat. And then that'll just plug straight into the ezCAN, program her up, job done. So come back in a bit and I should have it all on, running. So obviously we've got the E-system here. Sticky pad to hold the little nozzle on, because that'll sit down there and oil in your chain. Obviously a big long pipe to get it to wherever you need to on the bike. Stickers, because everybody loves stickers. Sticky pad to hold the cables back, a few nuts and bolts. I think that is for looking at the instructions. If you've got a bolt on the bike, you can actually hold the nozzle on with that, but we haven't got anything on this bike we can use that for, so we won't be using that. And then there's a one-way valve to stop the oil flowing back the wrong way, which will go in line with the pipe.
Yeah, we have loads and loads of products here all the time. I'm just going to throw this in here. I know the video's not about this, but I can't mention
There's always
every
an angle.
product.
There's always
always an angle. We've just taken delivery of these and I've got tons of them, so I need to shift them. So can you just buy one, please? They're actually really good because even though I've got a great big tyre, called it air compressor outside and stuff, it's such a noisy thing and it's a pain in the bum to go out there and plug it all and everything. Anyway, these things, USB power, I know there's loads out there, but this is from a reliable brand, Innovv who make the dash cameras. So you just set your PSI or your bar on here, you plug it in, you press the button, it just gets you to, the pressure you need. It's nice and compact, it's pretty light as well. If you've got a TR100, a Chiggy TR100 on your bike, you can charge it off your bike inside your tank bag, just through the USB port there. You've also got the
torch.
Hang on.
Don't know how it works, do you?
I don't know how it works. There we go. So you've got to hold it to turn it on. So even though there's the pressure there, it's not doing anything. But you can see you've got a torch from there. Press it again, it can go red and do the SOS stuff.
Doesn't it work as a power bank as well?
Isn't it cool? Yeah, it's a power bank as well. So if you want to charge your mobile phone off it as well, you can do that. There's loads of things out there like that, but all I say is it's a reliable brand that we've all heard of. Really, really recommend it. We sell it on the website now, so I'll put a link up above and down below for that so you can see it.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves.
So I've fitted the Scottoiler to the bike now. I did manage to get it just on the charcoal canister. It's quite good. It comes with a load of cable ties. Cable tie there, cable tie there. Pipe comes up, goes behind this panel, so I've just hidden it behind there. Clipped onto there, down, underneath. Clipped along there, drips onto the fuel, onto the chain. Right, so what we've got to do now is hook it up to the ezCAN. So I've got a spare circuit on the ezCAN, cable from the Scottoiler. We'll just plug that in. Then I've already plugged the computer in. So we use the red circuit on the ezCAN for the Scottoiler. So if I go to the icon for the red circuit, and then if you look over here, it's got Scottoiler. Click on that, apply. Updating the software, done. We'll change the ampage to 1. So that's what I watched in the video earlier. And then we've got the Scottoiler settings here. So we want to enable oiling. I'm going to leave that clicked on if you want it to oil. This is your flow rate. So we can go from anywhere from 90 seconds as a preset down to 10 or all the way up to 600 seconds. But I think we'll just go with, I don't really know because we don't need to test it until we've tested it out. So we'll leave it on 70. But before we do that, we need to prime the system. So I need to turn the ignition on. That'll then power up the ezCAN, and then we're going to click prime, and that should feed the oil through the system down to the chainring.
I should be able to see it.
You should be able to see it. That's the oil delivery pipe coming down, and then underneath, and then it'll just drip out onto the chainring rear sprocket at the back. It's like watching paint dry.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, that's coming.
Bring it right back a little bit. Yeah, perfect. That's great.
It's coming. It's coming.
God, that's so weird. Proper drips down.
Yeah. We're just priming it with a bit of, I don't want to be so rude. Yeah, a bit of pre-cum.
bloody hell, the mess under here.
I know, it's terrible.
It's a brand new bike.
Well used, that's what it is.
Well used, yeah. But you've done about 2,000 miles, right?
I know.
Not even that.
It's disgusting. It's got a dent in the exhaust and everything, yeah.
I know. Mileage.
And these fork seals are leaking.
Where's that?
Are they really?
Yes, they really are. 1,000 miles.
I've done 1,079 miles. And I've got leaky fork seals.
It's Chinese, that's why.
It's a German-Chinese bike. Right, okay. Right, so the Scottoiler's on, all plugged into the ezCAN.
Yeah, all primed up.
Right.
Set to 90 seconds to drip every 90 seconds, but we can adjust that depending on how much we think it needs, more or less.
Yeah.
So we can adjust that on as we go.
Okay. So you reckon, so let me get it straight then. So every 90 seconds,
Yeah.
a drip of oil is going to drop on the chain just down here, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we're at ABR
Yeah.
soon, and it's going to be sat on the staged area with the ignition on.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to stop that from dripping on the floor every 90 seconds?
So because it's going through the ezCAN,
Yeah.
there's a parameter on there that it won't drip any oil unless it's doing 10 miles an hour.
Very clever. I already knew that. I just want to get the question on there.
So yeah, you won't have a puddle under your bike if you leave the ignition on.
That's really cool. So obviously Scottoiler and Hex have thought about this. They obviously need to see the rotational spin of the wheel and
Yeah.
10 miles an hour. Okay, that's cool. So they've really thought this through. So I'm quite pleased by that.
And it was dead easy to fit.
Yeah, it's very, very tidy. I love the way it's just in there. It's really, really
So
good.
it should be all right when you decide you're going to drop it on the floor. It shouldn't break.
And what about, because I am planning to literally airborne this baby at ABR. There's a jump. You haven't done it yet, have you?
No, because
Yeah.
I was after work.
There's a great big dip on the course. It's if you take the advanced part, you go through the Bog of Doom, or one of the Bogs of Doom. You come out the other end, and it's where they get Chris Birch.
Yeah.
And you got pictures of him jumping out of it. He's like completely airborne. I did get airborne by about that much, maybe last year on the it was more than that, to be fair. But on the 1300. But this year I'm going to go for it on this. It's going to come right out. So when I land when I come down and crash land,
Yeah.
is that going to fall off?
That's the least of your worries.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'll go back to this bike now.
Nice. Yeah. So by the time you see this video, these will be on the website, so you can order these. You can plug them into your ezCAN. If you've got a shaft-driven bike, you don't need it, okay? But if you've got a chain-driven bike, you've got an ezCAN or a CAN Smart or even a Lone Rider Moto CAN, this is compatible with it. We're selling these on the website, so yeah, you know where to grab one. Obviously, you can get a Scottoiler from Scottoiler that will just work the conventional way, but this is the latest in technology where it works in conjunction with the ezCAN, and obviously we can program it in just the way how Tom's just showed you. So
Yes. Yeah. If you didn't have the ezCAN, it probably wouldn't do the 10 miles per hour thing. It just constantly drove.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So I'm going to see how we get on with it. Whether we need to change that 90 seconds to maybe 2 or 3 minutes or something, if not longer or shorter, and just see how we get on with it and keep an eye on this chain. Yeah, because the last thing I want is lots of oil spraying up all over the place and all getting horribly clogged up. So yeah, really pleased with that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It makes all the difference. But until next time, stay safe behind bars, not these bars, these bars. And I'll see you in the next video.